What is happening, guys? I've been getting a ton of questions about my consulting business. Things are taking off. People are excited. People are looking to start their own Amazon store. And they just need a push in the right direction. They just need the starting steps so that they can get off on a great start. Stay tuned. So what is it that I exactly that I do? Consulting for Amazon. Why do I need consulting for an Amazon business? Whether you're 16 years old or 60 years old, maybe you're a sharp, ambitious guy that's looking to start a business online and take advantage of e-commerce and take advantage of the transition where everyone is taking their money, and instead of going to local stores, they're shopping online to save time. The world is moving in that direction. I mean, if you are paying attention, which you probably are, I'm sure you have friends in your workplace that are ordering products off of Amazon and having those products shipped to their workplace, and they're coming in every day. I'm sure you've ordered once or twice off Amazon or somewhere online where you've bought stuff that you wanted or needed and had it shipped to yourself. Amazon increasingly is dominating the online world of retail sales. And the coolest thing about Amazon is they're letting us take a part of it. They're letting you, the average entrepreneur, take a part of selling online. It's their business model. Their business model is not Amazon buys the stock from wherever, whether it be USA, Canada, or China, or they're importing from Germany, it doesn't matter. Although that they do have, Amazon does have a store online, but most of the brands online are independents like you and I, who decide one day that we want to try our skills, whether it be customer service or management or retail or sports or home and improvement or DIY. We want to try our expertise, and we want to try launching a product and giving great customer service on that product on Amazon. So that's essentially what Amazon is it's entrepreneurs in exporting products to the Amazon fulfillment centers and letting Amazon sell the product, or it's entrepreneurs advertising on Amazon like you would on Craigslist or any other website, posting listings about products that they're selling and fulfilling the orders themselves as their own merchant. So whether your fulfillment is by Amazon or your fulfillment is by yourself, your business is on Amazon. So why do people want consulting? Lots of reasons. There is a lot of information out there about Amazon, but it's hard to get started if you don't have a mentor or a coach to help direct you step by step. It's like a parent. When you start a business, that business is your baby, but if you've never experienced being a parent, you really don't have any direction. So it's about direction. It's about having someone help you find direction, or just know the steps to take to be successful. I'll give you an example. Day one, when you launch your Amazon business, what do? Do you just go find a product and ship it to Amazon? Do you go buy a bunch of stuff from the stores and ship it to Amazon? Exactly. The question becomes a question for your coach or your consultant. Okay, so what's step one? Well, step one is let's go source products. But let's back up a step. Do you have a store? Oh no, I don't have a store yet. Well, let's see if you qualify for an Amazon store first. Before we start buying anything, let's make sure that you're able to launch a store on Amazon. So go to Amazon right now and sign up for a store. Make sure that you give them your, if you're in America, that I think it's your EIN. In Canada, it's your SIN. You're gonna need a bank account. I would recommend setting up a separate bank account. So you're gonna need to fill out all your information, provide that to Amazon before they'll actually approve you for a store. Now, the approval process isn't like, you know, a process where they want to deny people, but they do limit the amount of stores that they have at a certain amount of time. So step one is make sure that you qualify and can open up an Amazon store by going and open up a store. Now, within that step, a consultant will tell you, do you open up a personal store or do you open up a business store? What kind of store do you open up? Because there are options. And within those options, there are going to be multiple questions that you're going to get stumped on. And it's about, consulting is about being able to have somebody you can ask a question about and they can answer it for you because they've successfully done those steps multiple times for multiple people. I wouldn't recommend consulting from somebody maybe who isn't successful yet on Amazon. You definitely want to deal with somebody who has success on Amazon. Whether they've launched a single product and it's doing well or multiple products and it's doing well, you're going to find that there are an elite group of Amazon sellers that are selling hundreds of thousands of products, but they're not consulting. Most of the greatest consultants on Amazon have between 2, 3, and 5 or 6 products that they work with in rotation. But the rotation is that every day they're working on the product, every day they're looking at improving the product. They just learn a lot of the details, and those details are what's going to help lead you to being successful with your Amazon store. So consulting is that. People just call me left, right, and center. A lot of people see my videos on YouTube. They reach out to me and they're simply saying, Coach, hey, I'm interested in consulting. Can I give you a call? I do consultation calls, 30-minute calls. I do a group or a package of 4 30-minute calls. I do product research. Which is a big phase of consultation, is what product do I choose? There are software programs out there that are essential. They are like the NASDAQ of Amazon. They will show you what is going on in the past, what is going on in the present, and it's up to you to determine and sift through that information and pick your product that you're going to launch. So there are software programs out there. The one that I'm most famous for, but the one that I use the most is Jungle Scout, and I've spent countless hours refining my skill sets on Jungle Scout. So I get a lot of questions about product research, and so some of my services are product research. I have some product research solutions where I do countless hours for you, custom videos for yourself about product, and I'll dive into Jungle Scout and I'll search your marketplace for product, and I'll talk about it with you as we go along on video, and I'll record it, screencast it, and I'll send it to you, and I'll share that private link, and it's just for your eyes only. Of course, the products that we find, we want to keep those kind of quintessential just for you, nobody else. We want to keep it as hot as possible and not as saturated as possible. So we want to stay away from saturation. We want to make sure that you are the first in, or early in, and that you are able to set yourself up as a premium seller of a certain product on Amazon. So product research is the hardest part about an Amazon business, but it's also the part you need to master. And so with coaching, we'll talk about all the strategies, about refining, about targeting certain niches, about targeting certain price points and certain sales volume and certain competition, whether high competition is okay or if high competition is no good in certain circumstances. We'll target weight, we'll talk about shipping, all that stuff that is involved in product research, so that when you do find that product that you're going to launch, whether it's seasonal or non-seasonal, all those things play a huge factor in making sure that those initial first few steps are executed. And when your product is ready to launch, you're not double thinking yourself, because a lot of people who maybe didn't have a consultant or a coach double think themselves. Now, I'm not saying you need a coach. It's definitely, I did it myself, but I had a coach. I did a lot of it myself, so 80% of the balance, I would say, I did myself. But the first 20% of starting, I needed a coach. Now, coaching, you can get direct coaching, which I do, is just one-on-one live coaching, or you can coach through a system and already prepared videos, a course online. Either way, you need somebody to guide you. So I recommend both. I recommend either you do a coaching course, or you get a coach, you get a consultant. And the investment, whether it's $500 or $1,000, you will make that money back in no time flat. Plus, you will make exponential dollars within months, so long as you launch a successful Amazon business. Where people mess up the most is they don't get coaching, they don't do a course. They take their information from the internet. It's a bunch of scattered information and motivational information. They're inspired and excited about the potential, the money potential, and they rush in. They rush products, they buy a product, they rush it to Amazon. Maybe they just do simple online searching and look at the best sellers and go, oh, okay, that's doing $20. I'm going to see if I can source that and I'm going to sell it. And then all of a sudden their product ends up on page 500 and they are hooped. They don't know what to do after that. And now the clock is ticking because Amazon's charging them fees, the product's not selling, and they don't know what to do. I get that question, why should I pay when there's so much free stuff online? Why should I pay when I can do a $25 course on Udemy? I completely understand that question, because I asked that question myself. I did a lot of research, but my gut feeling was telling me, I'm missing a step. What am I missing? So I did a course. I did a $500 US course initially. And from there, I realized I had only understood maybe 30% of what was involved in launching an Amazon business. People will tell you it's easy. It's not difficult, and it's not easy. It just takes precise effort. You got to make sure you do each step right. There are not a lot of steps, but you just got to understand that there are additional steps. Did you know you need to legalize your business? You need to get an LLC. You need to go to, whether you go to LegalZoom.com or wherever, you need to set yourself up. You need to cover yourself for liability. You need to get insurance. The question that a lot of people have is, when do I get insurance? When do I legalize myself? When do I get an LLC? When do I set that stuff up? And that's where coaching it comes into play. Even after you do a course, you're gonna need to get into some sort of support group. There are a lot of support groups online, private ones often, public ones as well, for Amazon selling. The one I launched is called Amazon Jungle Scout Product Research, and it's a support group based on product research. And it's just the ability to have to be able to ask questions and get answers from other people. Now, those answers aren't necessarily going to be qualified, or excuse me, those answers aren't going to be qualified answers. They might be, answers from people who are in the same shoes you're in, to kind of just have a basic knowledge, but it's guidance. It certainly is guidance. So consulting is a primary, an incredibly important aspect of building an Amazon business. Doing a course is extremely important. Anything that will make sure that the first few steps, setting up a business account online, setting up your legals, making sure you're insured, doing the proper product research, doing the proper sourcing, knowing how to set up a listing properly. All of those factors play a part. If you're interested in consulting with Coach Chrispect, shoot me a message in the comment section below. Definitely shoot me an email, Coach Chrispect, CHRISPECT @gmail.com. I take on 3 individuals at a time, and I work with them from anywhere from 3 days to 14 days. So there's a little bit of a waiting list. I'm the best at what I do. If you're not happy, I'm not happy. And like I always say, have a vision. Have a vision of what you want in life, whether it be I want $100,000 a year or I want $10,000 a month. Have that vision, define it, and date it. So state it and date it. I want $100,000 a year by, August 2018. State it and date it, then work your vision and achieve your dream. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Peace.